Daniel Cannon. I work for IRM, Information Risk Management. I'm a security consultant, and that entails checking infrastructure and web applications are secure for multiple clients, and generally just checking overall security of variable systems. I went to university. I went to Coventry University and did an ethical hacking degree. It was very helpful. It meant that I learned a lot of the basics of networking, of penetration testing, and how generally to scope different services, what they do, and the main security misconfigurations people have. I then did a placement, which gave me a lot of chance to get to know different security testers, more senior security testers who were able to teach me a lot about how to hack and the real world of hacking that you just can't get when you're in an academic environment. I think real world experience is second to none. I think anyone trying to get into the industry should try and get as much hands-on experience as possible, be that on the basics would be a test network that you have access to, whether it's something you run, a university runs, or running through different things like hack this site on the internet. But any real world experience with a penetration testing company is going to be second to none of just teaching the most common misconfigurations and how the real guys do it, how real penetration testers come across and do their job. Best part of my day is actually managing to find a good vulnerability and get shell on a client system, or get any high risk vulnerability like SQL injection on a website. They're always great ones. And it's really lovely when you find a small misconfiguration on some service running in the background somewhere, and you manage to really sort of like get in there and find a vulnerability and exploit it, and you're able to then pull lots of information out of the client system. It's really rewarding. It varies. Part of a team sometimes, on my own sometimes. I think for the bigger job that's part of a team, that's always nice to have that little competitive edge of several testers all looking at one network or all looking at one application and trying to find the best way in first and trying to be able to sort of shout, I've got shell over here, I've managed to get SQL injection over there. And that's great that you've got the scope for several people to do testing in their own way, because everyone does it differently. Everyone's going to pick up on different things and look further at different aspects of what they're doing, and it means that when someone who's got more skills in an area that you don't, they can show you what they're doing. You can get that knowledge transfer across, and you can learn while also having that sort of ability to sort of hack a website or a network, and the competitiveness of going, I want to try and get the best way in. It gives you that extra motivation to try and get in, to get root or get shell, and I think it makes everyone sort of up their game a little bit, and it means you get a broader scope to learn different things. I think as a group, you're not as likely to have to focus on everything, so you're able to spend your time focusing on something that you really think is vulnerable or an issue, knowing full well that someone else is going to take care of that bit of the network over there. I can focus my attention here. Worst part would be having to deal with hold-ups with testing. It's a lot of fun being a pen tester, but when things aren't ready and when network systems go down, it can be quite annoying, and sometimes you've got to be very patient with clients to get their network ready and make sure that everything is up and running. When you accidentally knock down a service and someone's got to get it set up again, that can be frustrating. Or when you flat out ring up a client and go, right, I'd like to start testing, is it okay? And they go, well, actually no, we've got the dev team working on something. It can get a little bit frustrating, but you've just got to have the patience to wait. That's a difficult one. I think the way the industry is going and bring your own device, I think the industry as a whole will go toward mobile. So I think as a career, that's going to be the way to go, to look at mobile applications on phones and tablets. So I think hopefully it will go forward and get better, and I'll become a better penetration tester, looking at the new ways that people are doing things. And I think everyone's getting a lot more. All big companies are getting their head around security now, and how important it is. So I think my career should hopefully sort of keep one step ahead of the big corporations and on top of all the big developments. And I think mobile's the way forward. So that's where I'll start heading. Real world hands-on experience is second to none. Any that you can get is going to be a major help. If you can have a look at applications that are running on your phone and see what network information is being transmitted and understand it, great. If you can get your hands on a lab and have a look, great. And if you can get some work with a real pen testing company and get some real world experience and learn from real penetration testers, you're going to be so much better than the guy who didn't, and it's going to really help out when getting into the industry.